Hey everyone, I'm Eric and I'm here to share my experiences from traveling abroad in the summer of 2011. Coming from a small town in Wisconsin, a travel abroad was much needed, so my best friend and I took care of that. And through one of my school's programs, I was able to study abroad in Salamanca, Spain for about 5 weeks. Studying there was awesome, but the greatest experience I had was traveling afterwards with my best friend from home. That's where everything happened. Aside from studying in Spain, we were able to hit 4 other countries during our travel abroad for the whole month. Aside from Spain, we went to the Netherlands, we also saw Italy, Finland, and France. And traveling with backpack made most of the experience. It was definitely interesting taking a tiny little backpack for the entire month throughout all these different countries. It was definitely a blast, also a challenge, especially trying to find places to clean your clothes in time for your next plane, and planes itself, making sure it all fit and was undersized and underweight, traveling from back and forth from country to country. There are a few reasons why I wanted to travel abroad. And one of those is that I'm able to speak Spanish, and so using that in Spain was really helpful. Another reason why I wanted to travel abroad is to experience culture full on. It's so easy for us to follow into an ethnocentric view of life, and so to experience something outside of that was really, really great. And through that I was able to understand how different cultures work and how they see life a little bit differently. One last reason why I wanted to travel abroad is because I have a lot of family roots and actually a lot of family that do live in Finland itself. And staying in Finland for a whole week allowed my friend and I to experience the culture full on. We got to do all different kind of customs, hang out with family members, and really experience what it means to be a true fit. And now trying to think back on the biggest surprise that we had while studying abroad was definitely the hospitality. Seeing the hospitality from country to country was just beautiful. When we were in Amsterdam, we met up with a couch surfing host who brought us through canal rides throughout all the canals in Amsterdam, just sitting back, talking, sharing experiences from our travels. When we came into Italy, we got to our hostel, he sat us down and offered us free drinks and food, and we sat and chat for about an hour on the outdoor patio, which overlooked the entire city of Pisa, which was absolutely beautiful. Another surprise that wasn't expected during our travels was how beautiful some of these cities were and how we underestimated them. So traveling from country to country definitely opened my eyes to different cities, and that was the biggest surprise because some of my favorite cities were the ones that weren't even on my radar prior to this trip. And since we were traveling abroad for about a month, we had the opportunity to experience a lot of cultural activities. One of my favorites was when we were in Spain, in Pamplona, and we were able to run with the bulls. Well, we weren't really allowed to run with the bulls, but we were able to watch the event and participate just like all the other people watching. And it's probably a good thing that they don't let the foreigners run with the bulls because it can get pretty messy. And from traveling abroad, we were able to meet all these locals too. In Salamanca, we were able to hang out with these guys and they showed us all around the town. And soon enough, within a couple of weeks, we were just regulars hanging out with them. And while crashing at all these different hostels while traveling abroad, we were able to meet so many people and hear all these different stories, which just built to the experience. I think the thing that made this travel experience such a success was traveling with a friend. Don't do it alone, because you have someone to experience this all with, someone to hang out with while you go from airport to airport, train to train, someone just to take your pictures for you, all that kind of stuff. And I think just having my best friend there really made the experience. That was half the experience, just being able to take this in all together and just hang out. And through this experience, I also gained a bunch of cross-cultural communication skills. Just using the Spanish in Spain was really great, but we were able to take that Spanish and use it in Italy and get by. And knowing that just allowed us to open up to people, share stories, and share them. It was just bizarre enough we were able to share our stories from Spanish to the people speaking Italian and back and forth with us. Collectively pulling together a lot of these experiences and just putting it into one that made the most impression on me was the hospitality that we experienced out in Europe. And that's definitely something I wanted to bring home with me as well. Just being able to welcome people, show them around, and just letting them experience life to the fullest while they're there is totally worth it. And I cannot wait to do the same for someone that wants to travel out here or wherever I'm living next. And I think that's one of the greatest things when you're out there is just take it on and experience culture for the fullest because you'll get the most out of it. You know, it is great to see these landmarks, to see these different kind of places and museums, but fully taking in all the culture will make that experience and just change you as a person. And once again, this was Eric, and I appreciate you guys listening to this video, watching this video, to see what my experiences were like.